Welcome to Quick Takes with Kevin, a weekly podcast about leadership, life, and ministry with Kevin Ezell, president of the North American Mission Board. Each week, Kevin will be focusing on how pastors can keep their souls healthy in the midst of the demands and challenges of everyday life. Now, here's your host, Kevin Ezell.
Hey, Kevin Ezell with the North American Mission Board, here with my best friend, Jimmy Scroggins, pastor of Family Church in West Palm Beach. And we served for many years together in Louisville, Kentucky, and just been friends really for a long, long time. So, Jimmy, thanks for your time today.
Glad to be here.
Hey, as we talk about this book, Replenish, and chapter 2, it talks about holes in my soul, or there's a front stage and a backstage, and a hole in your soul, the things that just really drain you. What is it you do in your life to protect that backstage, to make sure there's no holes in your soul, so to speak?
Yeah, a couple of things. Obviously, you have to be intentional about your walk with God.
Right.
It's like I have to try to walk with God every day. So I have to make sure I'm trying to just at least spend some time in personal prayer and Bible reading, and just try to walk with God as a godly man.
Right.
And then I think the second thing, because I'm married, I think having a solid relationship with Kristen, my wife,
Right.
really provides the foundation of every other human relationship that I'm going to have.
Yeah.
So if my relationship with my wife is solid and growing and fun and doing well, that means it colors how I relate to my children or other friends or whatever. And so I think those are the two most important things, just some personal time with God, and then being in a good shape with Kristen.
Right. Hey, tell me, when people talk about holes in your soul, the things that drain you in your bucket, what are certain things that you're most vulnerable to be drained?
You know, it's so funny because, Kevin, when I was, you've known me since I was 25. I'm 47. And I think when I was a younger guy, I thought of myself as an extrovert. And still a lot of what I do is externally focused. I think I'm changing into an introvert. It's the weirdest thing, because I used to really draw energy from being around other people. And now, just the feeling that I have as a pastor of having to be on. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
But of being on my best behavior, of focused on others, thinking externally, really wears me out.
Yeah.
And in a way that it didn't used to. So I don't know what that means, but that's really, to me, being around people is a drain.
Yeah. Well, and two, when you were 25, you had one child, James. And now you have 8. And
I'm rarely not around people.
As her say,
That's right.
You got a lot of potential holes in the bucket, brother.
You know, it's so funny because I'll be at work at church and be like, "You have got to go home and get some rest." I'm like, "Oh yeah,
No.
It's real restful there." I'm here at church. I got 1,000 people running around waiting on me hand and foot trying to make my life better. I go home like, "You're on duty." It's different.
Well, hey, what would you suggest to a pastor? What are some things, some safeguards? And obviously, relationship with your wife, your walk with the Lord. But say, okay, you realize I've got some holes here.
Yeah.
What's the best first step to fix the holes, to stop the leak, so to speak?
Well, I think having at least a person or a small group of people that know you well enough and love you enough that they will let you be your absolute real self around them without you feeling like you have to be on. And those people are going to be few and far between.
Right.
And you usually can't just pronounce that. It kind of has to develop over time.
Right.
But like you and I have a relationship like that. That means a lot to me. When we get to spend time together, it means a lot, because when I'm around you, you already know my weaknesses, you know strengths, and you just decided, hey, we're going to be friends anyways.
Right.
And that means a lot to me. Well, there's not that many people like that.
Right.
So I think having some relationship like that. And one of the things that Lance Witt talks about a lot is the concept of Sabbath. And I just think finding little ways during the day, during the week, that you can withdraw and from having to be on, and you can just be yourself and let down your defenses a little bit, whether that's with your spouse, it's something that you do by yourself, or with a good friend. To me, that's really crucial.
Right. Somebody that could be just really honest with you, and then some just true downtime.
Yeah.
So, well, thanks so much. Listen, I encourage you to listen to everything this guy says and absolutely do it and implement it in your life. You'll be a much better pastor.
You've been listening to Quick Takes with Kevin. Join us each week as Kevin visits with pastors about the challenges they face and the lessons they've learned as they balance faith, family, and ministry. Thanks for listening.